So this entire dome is just a stark white, and it's so beautiful. It stands out, especially from the deck, which we use a really dark paint to go ahead and paint the deck so we can have a contrast. But we want a little more, so we're going to put a blue paint on the door, and then that's going to look so nice when you walk in the dome and you're greeted by all of this white and gray, and then you end up seeing the cabinets, you realize that they are the same color. We also have blue going throughout the dome, in the bed, and also in the shower in the bathroom. So that is our little touch of color. Now we took our cabinet door to Lowe's to have them match the color. So I'm really curious to see if it ends up being at least in the same ballpark. So I'm gonna get started painting on this door, and we're doing that on the inside and outside just to add a little bit of color. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, Eric is going to be working on putting together the fire pit. Now this is the second one that we have received. The first one we got, we didn't even order it. They sent us the complete wrong one, and then when we tried to get it exchanged, they were out of stock in the one that we actually ordered. So we ended up just settling for an Old Faithful, something that is going to really match the interior and the style of the dome. The entire structure of the inside of the dome is all this aluminum, and so we just want to kind of touch on everything that is going on in the dome and try to have everything have a meaning to this place. We put our heart and soul into this dome, so just by doing that, it kind of just brings a touch of the dome on the outside. And this fire pit is going to be going in this area right here that Eric graded out a few days ago, and was able to open up this entire area and make it so much more wider and usable than it already was. Of course, you guys know that the hot tub is going to go right here on this pad, so this entire back area of the dome is going to be kind of a lounge and hangout area for the guests. It's going to be so relaxing up here in the mountains. You have your views, you are so separated from everything else, and it's just going to be a really secluded and nice, serene place to hang out at. We are almost done putting the skirting on the deck also. Now we're not leaving it that color, although it matches with the fireplace. We're going to be spraying that black, the color of the rebar that we use as rails on there. The steps are in. Eric is going to have to kind of regrade this area to get some dirt to pack up to meet it. But it's in, it needs to be stained. Everything is coming together so nicely. We're working as fast as we can. I'm going to get that door beautified today so we can have a little contrast with this white dome. And I just can't wait for this thing to be on Airbnb so that you guys can come here and see the hard work we've done. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, guys, this is the perfect time for you to do so. We are literally getting into doing the landscaping and adding the finishing touches on this dome. In a few weeks here, we'll have this whole thing cleaned up and just ready to be listed and go live on Airbnb. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the mountains. We are back at our property, and today I'm going to be painting our exterior door blue. And I wore a blue shirt today because I'm really excited about this color. Not only are we painting it blue, we're painting it the exact blue of our countertops. So as soon as you walk into our door, you are going to be greeted by our little kitchenette, and we chose this really nice blue for the cabinets, and so we're gonna match that on the door. So I got the paint open, and this is what it looks like. It looks so good. So it's not this very vibrant kind of navy blue. It has a very nice gray kind of tone to there. So it's not going to be so dark and in your face. It's going to kind of blend right into the dome because it has all that gray lining. Just looking at it right now, it looks a lot like the gravel. So I think it's going to be a good addition to the dome and have everything just kind of be very nice and blended. I love that. So I'm going to get this on the door. Hopefully by the time I add the two coats, it stays this nice creamy like color, but we're going to see. Either way, we're going with it, and I think it's going to be great. All right, you guys, I have the first coat on the door and I am in love. Now, it's not fully coated, so you're going to be able to see some of that whitish primer coming through, but just giving it a first glance and looking at the way it looks against this white dome, and of course when you look inside and you start to see that the blue door literally is the introduction to walking into here, because then you can see that the cabinets are blue and you can see that this carries all the way through. So I can't really close the door all the way because it's still a little wet, but I just wanted you guys to see what this thing looked like just up against this white dome. At first we were kind of like skeptical about adding color because we really wanted it to be serene, but then we looked up at the sky and realized that there's blue in the dome already because we have that huge skylight and we have that huge window, and it lets in so much of that blue sky that it was a no-brainer to just bring that touch of blue on the outside. I really love the way it breaks up that stark white. I also love the fact that it just adds that pop of color, and now we can actually play with that once we start to add our patio furniture. I think we already ordered some blue chairs for the patio, and we also got the fire pit guys in place. So the fire pit is going to sit right there, and it reminds me so much of the piping that we use to build the dome. I just love how everything kind of has a tie to everything else. We're going to be putting those blue chairs around the fire pit area, and even the hot tub, guys, is gray, and it's the same warm gray that we have on the inside of the dome on the liner. So everything is working out. I promise you, we did not intentionally buy this spigot. I think every spigot comes blue just because blue kind of is the color of water, but even the spigot for the hot tub ended up being blue. I love the way this turned out. We have to let this dry and get the second coat on there, and then we'll put the handle back on. Guys, we even decided to upgrade the door handle. Even though we already purchased this one, we're probably going to use it in the tiny home, but we just want that gold door handle on the door. So as soon as you walk into this dome, the door tells you what you're going to expect once you get inside this dome. So as this is drying, I'm going to go in trying to, see what else I can get into. This is crunch time to finish up everything in the dome. So if there's anything that I haven't painted yet, I'm going to look around and try to do that. But this video today is all about finishing touches and getting everything put together. Today is pretty windy and cold in the mountains. We're pretty much supposed to get some rain and snow tonight, so we're gonna take a day to come inside the dome. We have ordered the patio furniture, and we have been ordering so much things that I don't even remember what this thing looks like, so I'm excited to see Eric pull it out of the box. So here goes the finishing touches on that first chair, and it looks pretty good. I couldn't imagine in the beginning it was going to turn out to be like this. Not hard to put together. Again, here's that brand that we used. There was 2 in this box, so I guess whenever you purchase it, you will see that it is a set. I think they do have different colors. Of course, we would go with a blue because that is our theme, but they do have an array of different colors online. We just have to get the second one built, and then we'll see what they look like set up in the back area. We do have the barbecue grill. That's even blue. I just realized that. I didn't realize that you can really get grills in colors. It says blue on the box, so I'm excited to see what that really looks like once we pull it out. And then we'll be able to get that back section set up pretty nicely, and we can just move on to a different section of the property. How does it feel? Well, guys, you have about 200 and something odd pounds sitting in this chair, and it says it's pretty comfy, so that's cool. I even like how the screws are gold. Oh, and it folds. I mean, not into a complete fold, but enough to be able to pick it up and put it away. I think that's cool. Oh, see, the more you know. Turn it to the side. That is so cool. It is so easy to store away, guys. I love that in the event that, you know, something happened, there's a storm or something coming and we're going to be closing the dome up. We can fold that up pretty easily and store it away inside the dome or somewhere in one of our sheds or something on the property. That is cool. All right, let's go see what it looks like on the outside. Looks good. We got one more to go. And this is starting to really transform this area and get this to look like the backyard we want it to look like. So we're trying to get the grass to grow back here. We seeded this entire thing. We have seeding straw out here, trying to clench onto the hope that this is going to take and we're going to get some vegetation here on the bank and just get this area cleaned up. So while I was fighting the curtains, which I still need a little bit of Eric's help on the side to get that tied off in the corner, he has put together the entire patio set, which consists of 2 chairs, this love seat, and a table. This is in addition to the blue lounge chairs that we put out back by the fire pit. So there's going to be a lot of seating area on the outside of the dome. Of course, the dome is 6 meters, which ends up being about roughly 20 feet. And we were able to put an entire kitchenette in here, and an entire bathroom is behind this wall. We have a queen size bed and other things in here. So we weren't able to put a dining room, and we didn't think that was really necessary because we knew that our intent for this dome was to spend more time on the outside. But besides that, you can actually just hang out at the property, take in the gorgeous views, and just be one with nature. So we do have a little dining bistro set that we do have inside the dome, but we're expecting you to spend most of your lounging on the outside. So we did go ahead and splurge a little bit on the patio set. So this is the last piece. Well, this is the last piece of seating, and then he's going to put the table together, and then we're gonna go and play kind of Ring Around the Rosie and musical chairs with these things and try to figure out where we're gonna actually let them sit in place. So there was a lot of finishing touches done today, guys. The curtain went up, although we have to do some steaming on there and get the sides tied back into the canvas. It's up, and the patio furniture is up, and the hot tub cover lift is on. And so I'm really pleased with the outcome of this day. It was a slower day and we're getting ready for bad weather, but we were able to put these things together and also see how they hold up in some rain and a little bit of snow, because that's what we're getting tonight. All right, we got 3 down and a table to go. These worked out pretty good size-wise because we were really not wanting to clutter the deck to where you won't have space to move around and walk around. But having these 3 pieces and not even kind of in its place yet is already proving to be not as cluttered and really good furniture to have out here. We do have a table that is about the length of the love seat, and that's going to come out of here. We'll put the cushions on and we'll really start to just play with it and see where we're going to let it sit. Hopefully we can get a rug here soon. I have to pick out an outdoor rug to kind of map out the area, and plus it gets a little hot in the summertime and you don't want your feet to be on the hot deck. So I'm gonna make that easier for the guests. But this is the view from this side of the dome and this side of the deck, and it's so beautiful. If you guys can see down at that barn, the horse is out. They have some cows and some goats and stuff that comes out. One thing the owner of the barn did say that our guests are welcome to come down and pet the animals and also feed them carrots or celery. And so that's going to be something that you can do once you're here, a quick little stroll down to the barn down there. But the view is awesome. We have this awesome stairway that Eric just put in. I'm going to have to stain this, but this just opens up to the entire property. You can see and hear the creek from here. It's hard to see on video, but trust me, it sounds so beautiful, and you can just see the water running down there. You do have views off to the right also, so it's just a beautiful day and a beautiful place to just hang out and be here and be really peaceful. Parking is getting underway. We have the grass in place where we want that to grow, and this area is just going to be road bond. And as you can tell, Eric has his huge truck and the Mini X up here, and there's tons of room for 2 cars, and we'll have ample parking and get this all situated. So let's just go finish up this project and get these in place and see what they look like out here. All right, so we have the patio furniture all put together and in place. I'm not 100% sure this is going to be the setup that we leave it at. We have to, get our rug and just map out the area and see how it looks. But I just love this little set walking up to the patio or the deck, because you definitely know right away that this is a place that you can hang out and lounge. And again, you're looking out into that gorgeous view, and you have a clear path to the other side of the dome, and the door is also on this side, so that window can face out into that gorgeous view. And so as you walk back here and you go into the dome, you are further greeted by, not these boxes, they won't be here. You're further greeted by this spa-like setting and these lounge chairs that has another viewpoint that is more further in the distance, so it's more misty and mysterious, and it's just so cozy and great out here. Guys, it's only about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, so the sun goes by really quickly for a minute. It tends to be hot outside midday between the hours of maybe, let's say, 12, 1 to 3 o'clock, but by the time 3 o'clock is winding down and it's time for school to let out and stuff like that, I normally tend to see the sun pass over the dome on the other side of the mountain. So you're not going to have to worry about a lot of sun. We are going to put some hanging lights, some string lights that I'm excited about, and we're going to set that up back here. Once we do get some grass going and we can kind of dig and see what we're doing, we'll get those lights up back here. But we have the door on this side of the dome. You have steps on either side of the dome, so you would come into the property from this way, and you would park where the Mini X truck is in that area. And so you'd have this step to come up, and like I said, you're greeted with this patio furniture that you could immediately sit and hang out and start to enjoy your outdoor vacation. So we'll play around with this setup a little bit more, just so we can get the perfect setup for you guys without it being cluttered. And I'm probably going to get some pillows for this set to further kind of give it that designer touch. But I'm just so happy with the way things are turning out inside and outside of the dome, and I cannot wait for you guys to come here. I know I say that a lot, but I'm expecting you guys to come. I'm expecting you guys to book and hang out and let us know how we did. I'm expecting you guys to stick around long enough so we can tell you guys how we did. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, perfect time to do so. Look at us. We have patio furniture, so we're moving forward. We have a couple more weeks to get this thing just in tip-top shape, and then we're listing. And then we wait, and then we hear crickets, and then we're booked and busy, and we are in the money. Thank you guys so much for watching. The ones that have been here from the beginning, we could have not done it without you. Your comments, your inspiration, letting us know that we inspired you is why we did this in the first place. So thank you guys so much, and we love you. Next video.